Hey everyone, welcome back to the worst podcast on the internet, Rough and Rowdy. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about the last two races I've been to, at least. The Northeast Classic up in New Hampshire, Loudon, and the Governor's Cup at Lee. Some really good races there. I tell you, Lee last week, the stands were packed. I mean, like, I don't know if anybody saw watched it or saw any pictures from there, but those stands were packed. It was great to see that. It's great for the track, for the racers, the race fans. You know, that energy. You know, the more people in the stands that, you know, you get that energy going. It's great. So tonight's open mic. I didn't have any planned guests. I did reach out at the last minute to Connor Souza and Gabe Brown. Connor, I guess, has some other stuff to do, so he wasn't able to maybe jump on for a few minutes. And, you know, he said maybe, not maybe, but he said next week works for him. So we'll have him on the show next week, and we can talk to him about his big win. And we'll get back to that in a minute. But Gabe Brown did get back to me and said he'd come on the show. So I'm going to send him the link in a little bit so he can come on and talk about his first two races. And he's running the ACT Tour and the Pro All-Star Series, which is pretty cool, you know, running both divisions and doing as well as he has been doing so far this year. So I love you guys to, you know, chime in if you want to come on the show live. I put the link up. You just click the link, come on. I always say that every week, but nobody has the balls to come on, I guess. I don't know. So, so Northeast Classic, I got to say, what a show. I love that. I love that race. Every year we've go, you know, this year we are trying to run more ACT Tour races. We're hoping to run the full season if we can get through it. It is tough, I'll tell you. Being, you know, I'm not going to say king, but being on top at a local track like Seekonk or Waterford, you know, going there weekly and just, you know, going there and constantly finish on podiums or, you know, top fives. And then going to this tour, you know, that's a wake-up call, I'll tell you, that's for sure. Hi, Lynn. How are you? Thanks for joining the show. Yeah, so, you know, it does humble you. You go there, you know, with the best that you have, and you give it 110%. Well, 100%. People say 110. It makes it sound like you're trying more, but I don't know about that. I think you can only do 100%, right? Unless you borrow the 10% from somebody else, which sometimes people do, you know, just a little rubbing, banging off. But it's all good. It's good. Hey, Jim, thanks for joining the show, buddy. Appreciate it. So, yeah, that Loudon race, I didn't watch much of the other races because just the way I know I have a podcast about New England short track racing, but I only watch the ones that Rowdy's in, right? But anyway, so that's why you guys can chime in if you guys watched and you guys have some stuff to tell me about. I'd appreciate it. But hats off to Connor Souza and his crew, Big Jeff. I always mess up his last name, so I'm just going to say Big Jeff. Everybody knows Big Jeff and Vinny Aranagato. They were working on Connor's car chief, whatever you want to call it. And whatever they did, they hit it. And that car was super fast. You could just see it, the way it hugged the track. And I think, you know, when he got out front, he was probably 3/4 throttle, if that, and just cruising until at the end, Jesse Switzer and Jake Johnson, they weren't coming, but they were coming because he was laying off. But yeah, what a race. Like I said, I did reach out to Connor. I was hoping that he'd come on the show because I was kind of doing a recap on that race and the other ones. So what was cool was we had Connor Souza first, Jake Johnson second. We had Mark Jennison fourth, right? And then Rowdy finished 10th. We had 4 guys, local guys, Seekonk guys, I'll call them, that finished in the top 10, which is really cool against these guys. That just goes to show you, if you put the hard work in and you get all those other things, you have to have the luck. I always say that, you make adjustments at the track. Sometimes you make the right one, sometimes you make the wrong one. Give me a second. I'm going to shut this radio off because it's driving me nuts. All it's doing right now is making a fuzzy noise, and I can't hear any music anymore. So that's all right. I don't need to hear any music. But so that was one hell of a race, one hell of a show. Gabe Brown actually finished 6th in that race. And he was doing really well in the past tour. I think something happened. He can tell us about that when we get him on. Something happened. I didn't watch the race, so I don't really know how that finished. I know he didn't. He did. Where is that? A past tour. I got over here. I don't have a script, but I do have the finishing order of these guys. And he was not in the top 10 that I can see. I don't even have that one, so go figure. Right? Here it is. Top 10 finishes. Yeah. No. It was no. He was not in the top 10. I guess it was finishing up. It was DJ Shaw who won, Eddie McDonald second, Alexandre Fireball Tardif finished 3rd from Quebec, Canada. Ryan Kuhn, yeah, he was up there. He had a 4th place finish. Mike Hopkins, I'm not sure. Cole Roby, another Seekonk guy that, he was running Legends and went down south. He had a 6th place finish. Then we had Derek Griffith. Everybody knows Derek Griffith. 7th. Jimmy Renfrew, the 00 finished 8th. Brandon Barker, he finished 9th, and Trevor Sanborn finished 10th, which was pretty cool. Like I said, I didn't get to watch any of that, but it was pretty cool. 9 iron. What is it? Dave Haywood, 9 iron here. What's up, Dave? How are you tonight? We got Auntie Linda. Hi, Auntie Linda. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. So yeah, so that was pretty cool. It was pretty cool weekend up there. The weather was great. As far as us, last 2 weeks it's been a struggle. I gotta say is we went up to New Hampshire with all the intentions of kicking some ass. I was gonna say the F-bomb, but I held back. And we got there. We were fast. I don't even remember, but I know we were at top of the charts, not top 1, but we were like 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and we had some speed. Then we went out for the heat race, and something happened. We thought it was a motor. I guess it turned out to be something electrical, and kind of, screwed up our day. So we went from I don't know if it was 3rd or 5th. We started right to the back. I think we finished 2nd to last in the heat race. So that put us out of the plus minus and way in the back. And anytime you start in the back, especially with these guys are all so quick, so close, that it's tough. And then when we got to the feature, the problem was still there. We had the engine builders were there. They went through everything. We changed what we could, what we had. and we went out and gave it our all, and came home with a 10th place finish, which is still okay. We'll take that. But we also had some trouble over at Lee, but we haven't got to Lee yet. But yeah, so I'm gonna send, or if I don't know if Gabe is watching, but what we're gonna do is I'm gonna send Gabe his. I'm gonna send Gabe a link. I can get it out of my mouth, right? And he can pop on when he has a chance. Control V. There you go. All right, Gabe. I don't know if you're watching. If you are, come on anytime you want. Just click the link and we'll get you on the stream, because I'm dying over here. I got nobody in the comments. I got people watching, 20 people, and nobody's commenting. So come on, you guys. Any of you watch the race? Go to any of these races, or did you watch it on, what is that new network? New England Short Track Network, Nesson. I think it's something like that. Short Track, Neston, something like that. Rough and Rowdy. Yo. What the hell said yo? I said that to Mark earlier. I don't know who's sending that. But yeah, so get Gabe in here at some point, and can have him maybe steal the show for me over here. Get his input on his races up in New Hampshire, and then his big win. Watch his big win up at Lee. What's that, Brody? Watch the RF Frenchie. What's that? I don't even know what that means. Huh? What's that mean? The RF Frenchie. I don't know. I guess I'm getting old. I know I'm getting old. I'm not guessing. It is happening faster than I would like. Yeah, you listen to me talk about the races. LOL. All right. Did you get to watch any of them, Mark? And I don't know if you subscribe to that new network. I haven't looked at it, but I heard it was pretty expensive. So, but if you're a race fan and like to watch all the races, not just the ones local here at Seekonk, I know Seekonk's going to be doing that. And I guess I saw something on Facebook that now, you can't record any of the races. Well, on track. I guess you can like go in the pits and record and stuff like that. So if I want to go there and do a live stream, they'll allow it. But I guess no streaming of the streaming or videoing of that. You didn't get to, Mark. It's too bad. It was good. It was good. So yeah, we went to Loudon. We had a great time there. They didn't get to do. Usually it's a 2-day thing. So usually you go there on a Saturday, practice, and then we go to the next day and we race. So Gabe Brown, you guys racing Sunday, Seekonk. No, we are not. We are on the damn triple dipper. Triple dipper? The fuck's a triple dipper? You guys gotta let me know what you're talking about. I know we're not racing at Seekonk. We're gonna be up in Vermont at Thunder Road with the Actor, and then the next week we'll be with the Actor at Star. So we won't be at Seekonk for a little bit. Yeah, you guys gotta let me know what that. Brody Wakefield, I'm still waiting on my damn. Oh, you're waiting on his damn triple dip or whatever. I don't know. I don't have Rowdy in the house tonight to decipher all this young, lingo. But I know Gabe Brown's in the background here. I see him in the. I don't see him, but he's here. I don't know if he's got no video. Oh, he's on. Oh, he's coming back. I've got him, but I don't see any video. Gabe, you got to allow the video and the audio. Like sometimes it asks you to allow that on yours because I can see you're here, but I can't see you. Went to Stafford, so didn't see anything else. Yeah, well, Jim, you can tell us a little about Stafford after. I'm going to try to bring Gabe in and see what happens. I don't see him, but all right. Oh, there. All right, let me get up. Here, he's over there. Okay, let me get him over here. There he is. Yo. Gabe, I can't hear you. I don't know if you have you let the volume. They ask you to allow audio. Still can't hear you, bud. I don't think it's on my end here. Camera, microphone, front camera. Yeah, no. It should have asked you. You might have to go to settings or something to allow that to. Because there's two. All right, I lost you there, Gabe. Uh-oh. Let's see if you can come back. Let me try this one over here. All right. No. All right, now we got a bunch of circles going on. Oh, man. Damn. Let me see. Get that one out. All right, Gabe. There we are. All right, hopefully we got volume this time. Hopefully we got some. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. All right, man. That's awesome. Hey, welcome to the worst podcast on the internet.
How's it going?
Yeah, we're doing good. We're having fun with this. I like having different people on, from all over New England, talk about, their racing. You should be driving and doing this, guy. I know you're a good driver, but
Busy man.
Busy man, I'm sure.
Only time I got time.
Yeah, you're running 2 divisions, pass tour and the ACT. Is that going to be a full-time thing?
Yeah, so we're a full-time pass in the Bobby Weber car and full-time in our family-owned 47 Act car.
Awesome. That's great. So you have 2 crews. You have Bobby Weber's crew working on the car. Is it your same crew working on the car?
It's my same crew working on the cars. We just split them up between the 2 cars. We got Matt Morrill, crew chief in the Act car, and Garrett Wallace, crew chief in the pass car, and everyone works together. And we also got Caden Fisher thrown in the mix of that, and we all bounce around, help each other, and do the best we can do.
Well, I got to tell you, the best you can do is pretty good.
Hey,
you guys are killing it so far this year. I want to, if you have time, I was going to start off about from the Northeast Classic. Okay.
Yeah, that one still burns a little bit.
Yeah, I know you finished 6th in the ACT, right? The Actor part of the race. Yep. I was just missed the setup a little bit that night, or?
Yeah, well, we took something different there for the race, and it was just, we thought it would work great and didn't work at all. So we blistered a few tires there and just kind of struggled after 5 to 10 laps of smoking the tires, and we kind of fell like a rock there. So we held on for a 6th place finish, but that didn't sting nearly as bad as the pass race did.
Yeah. So tell me about that, because I'm usually just around the car. I don't get to watch a lot of the other races, but somebody said you were up front, I guess, leading. Were you leading the race and then something broke?
Yeah, so we had probably a quarter of a straightaway lead, and the battery started dying and started losing power. And then with 2 to go, it finally cut out totally, and we had nothing left. And turns out the alternator ended up shitting the bed, and it was out of my car from last year where we were allowed to run 4 Uber fans, 1 on each corner, and I have a carbon fiber cool box for the driver, and it just was overloaded and burnt up. So shit luck, but we know we had a good car, so I guess that's what's keeping our head held high.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I mean, there's nothing worse than like a mechanical failure like that. I mean, everything's going well, and I think it was towards the end of the race that happened, right? I guess the only one you had up there was DJ, right? It was.
Yeah, it happened with 2 to go, or coming to 2 to go off of turn 4. So and DJ was putting on a good fight there, but it's so hard to pass there that I feel like we probably would have been okay, but stuff happens, and a shot car still got in victory lane.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, and how about Dale? Quit smoking 35 weeks now, or something like that.
Yeah, he's still going strong as far as I know. It's been a little while since I've talked to Dale now that I'm out doing my own thing, but sure I'm proud of him for sticking to it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I saw him at Lee. He always calls me the hippie. He goes, "Oh, there's the hippie." Yeah, he was talking to I forgot the 27. I forgot. I'm bad with names. The kid in the 27.
Huntress.
I should know. What was it? Huntress. Yeah. He was talking with him. He saw us over there, and then he was telling me about that. So he's proud of it because he actually was like, he started talking to me. He'd tell me that he quit smoking, and that was pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Good for him, though. Good for him. No, my nephew's just chimed in. He's not on tonight. I don't know if you know my nephew, Jacob Burns. He runs the 30 late model. He's been running Seaconk late model pro stocks this year. We're running a few. He just said, only if I could win half the races this guy does on tour. LOL.
You just got to stick to it, dude. It takes a lot of work for sure.
Yeah, he, going from a weekly racer. Now, I didn't ask you yet, but because I didn't know your background, I did a little research. I think you started like in 2017. Is that right?
Yeah.
That sounds. Yeah. And did you run anything but pro stocks? The way it sounded like you started, you transitioned from 2000, becoming a dominant race for in the Granite State pro stock division. So where did you start?
I started racing go-karts for Dale and DJ and Steph in 2013 and had worked there from 10 years old to 3 months ago. And so I raced go-karts until 2016. We took 16 off and started racing pro stocks at Oxford in 2000.
Yeah, so it said you 2017 in pro stocks, and then breakthrough championship in 21 and 22.
Yep, yeah. So
did you win a championship?
We won the Oxford Weekly Championship in 2018, and then ran pass for a couple years, then switched over to Granite State in 2021 and won that championship, and then back to pass in 22, and then act and pass in 23.
Yeah. Wow. Incredible. Yeah. And so, like I was saying, going from, last year, Rowdy had like 26 wins between legends and pro stocks and late models running Seaconk and Waterford to go in a race with you guys where the competition, everybody's within tenths, thousandths,
Yep.
And you're running 150 laps. And learning how to save your stuff like that. It's total, it's a game changer. It's like starting over again, pretty much.
Yeah, it definitely is. He won in a pro stock or late model a lot quicker than I did. I started in 2017 and I didn't win a race in either one until the middle of 2021. So what he's accomplished is impressive, and he'll figure it out on the tour soon enough.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have any advice to give Rowdy?
To move over when I get to him, I won't have to push him out of the way like the heat race.
Yeah, you know something. They were trying to say that he was a little too aggressive. Not enough, not aggressive enough during like the feature. Like when he got behind people. Well, I see like a lot of you guys, and I've been around racing since 1995, probably way before you were born, and I never accomplished anything that you and Rowdy have, but it seems like, and when the guys move them, it's just like you get your bumper there and just kind of touch them and get them out of the way. It's not like moving them, like pushing them right out of the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
like to
something?
look at it that way, but there's not a lot of people that like to look at it that way.
No, it is, but it is. I mean, is you got to do it like that. I mean, how else are you going to get by people, right? I
Well,
mean,
you just gotta do it with finesse, or you're gonna kind of take yourself out doing it. So
or piss somebody off, and they're going to take you out doing it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I figured that out a few times too.
yeah. So it's going to be a learning curve. So David, I always screw up his name. Louis Lougee. Luge. I don't know. You must know him because that a little inside joke. Gabe, did you flat-footed all the way around Lee to win the race?
No, I just got it a little sideways there to show off how good the car was.
Yeah, yeah. The car was really good. We were that last caution saved us from getting lapped. Thank you, somebody, whoever did it, because you were coming around lapping like the whole field. So I think there was like 30 laps or something to go. And no, I think there was not the last caution, second to last caution. The last caution was when the 90 tried to take Rowdy out from moving him. Maybe he didn't do it with his enough finesse, and he ended up on the hook. Rowdy ended up with some body damage. Well, quite a bit of body. He finished the race, but I got the car in pieces right now. So anyway, yeah. So that's all cool. Hey, this is the Rough and Rowdy podcast. So I asked the hard question. So what's going on? Why aren't you with Shore anymore?
Just a change of pace in life, really. It's I had opportunity to better myself, and just everything felt like the right time to do so. And I think that it's been a big change for sure, and it's been a big change for myself and all the Shaws and my family. But I think it's going to be for the best, and hopefully things can get back to normal soon, and we can all be as close as we were before. But right
So
now,
a little bit of falling out or something. I thought it might have been something like because you were getting the ride with the pro stock.
no, there was no falling out. Just I felt it was the best time for myself to do what I wanted to do and start my own thing and do bodies and do setups when I want. And
all right. I see. You're going on to move on to do kind of like Derek's doing now.
yeah, absolutely.
Like he's doing setups for other cars, putting bodies on other cars, doing stuff like that.
Yep.
Since you've been doing it for so long too, you're not just a driver. You're a guy that knows about the car.
And I've done 90% of the bodies and setups the last few years at Shaw's, and I just felt as if that I had an opportunity to better myself, and I took it, and I'm going to try to run with it.
So how's that going for you? You got your shop set up. You got customers coming in.
Yeah, we're working with Caden Fisher full time on the ACT tour, and that's a good little deal with that family. They're a great family, and we're working hard to get him a win. And then there's some more customers in and out of the doors, keeping me busy.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, this is all side stuff for you, right? Because you have a 8-hour job, a regular job, or is this what you're doing now?
No, this is my full-time job.
Oh, wow. So that's what you did before. You worked with them on the cars, and that was your job before?
So before I worked full-time at Dale Shaw Race Cars, and now I'm working full-time for myself.
So this was your life right here. I mean, you
weren't
an electrician or a plumber or a
carpenter
or a banker or anything like that and did this on the side. You grew up started doing this, and this is what you did.
Yep, this is my whole life right here.
Wow.
All
That is
race
awesome.
cars, nothing else.
No, that's awesome. That's good to hear. That's really good to hear. Bobby Prezu. I don't know how to say it. Bobby EAU. I'm bad. Is your race shop same place as last year? I don't know if he's asking me.
I don't know what he's considering last year, but we're in North Conway now and working out of David Weir's shop for the time being, and then we're going to be in Glen, New Hampshire later on in the season once we get our shop up and going.
Oh, awesome. And if he's asking me about my shop, yeah, my shop's the same place, hasn't changed. That's it. So I know you're a busy man, and I want to go on to the Governor's Cup there race, which congratulations, you kicked ass, right? And
I appreciate it.
You actually, you did it, man. You did a hell of a job, and then you actually finished second in the pass, right?
Yeah, so we had a really good day, almost a picture perfect day, but after the heat race, the clutch was slipping in the pass car, so my guys got to work and changed that, and the Yak car was just about the most perfect car you could drive. So we put that in victory lane for the guys and sponsors, and pass car we just came up a little bit short.
Do you guys run a 2-disc in the pass car or a 3-disc?
3-disc.
Yeah, because we did it. Jacob did the back-to-back at Seekonk last year, first time in 58 years. 2 divisions. He won the late model and the pro stock. But we were running the 2-disc clutch, and we were changing those every 4 weeks, 3 weeks.
He's got to stop being so hard on it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, everybody told us that you're supposed to change those every so many races. You shouldn't run them too long. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe they're wrong. I have no idea. But yeah, he was hard on it because when we took it apart, there was like little pieces off the disc. So yeah. He's gotta calm down with that. But then we went back to the 3-disc clutch, which seems to be a little more forgiving when you're rough on those.
Yeah. I have no room to talk. So
yeah, right on. So you're on to Thunder Road this weekend.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You see, yeah, right. Yeah, sarcasm. I can hear sarcasm. I got to ask you because Derek was saying that he was telling Jacob, he goes, listen, he said, I don't know if he told Jacob, but he was telling me, he was like, this track is going to make Jacob want to quit racing.
Absolutely. Unless he took a pass car up there, he's going to want to quit tour racing after, but he's just got to get through it and go on to Star and hopefully do better there.
Yeah, it is that tough, huh?
It's the most miserable racetrack in the country in an American Canadian tour car. But I will say it's also the most beautiful racetrack in the Northeast. So,
yes. Why do you say that? I know the locals kick the asses over there, right? They kick. The Actor guys are like just struggling to stay on the lead lap, right? I'm wondering why. What do you, in your opinion, what's so hard about racing that track? Is it the track itself? Is it the grip? Tell us what you're.
I don't have an answer because I can go there and be a top 5 car one time, and I'll go back and be a top 25 car the next time. So sometimes it's fun and most times it's terrible. But
all right, so then tell me this: what do you like about it? And what you don't like about the track. Tell me those 2 things.
I don't like anything about it in a NAC car. There's not one thing I like about it. Pulling out of the pit gate at the end of the day is my favorite part.
Hopefully all the body panels are still on it.
Yeah, well, last time I had 3 cars stacked on the roofs behind me, so.
Oh, it happened to me one time in the late models. I was coming into turn 3, somebody got me, and I went straight into the wall. The guy behind me went right up on my roof. So I only had one car on top of me, not two. So one car, and that's pretty scary stuff. We have a question. Jim Bacon asked you, why are the car counts so great in act, but in pass it seems to be Oxford only bigger numbers?
I think it's just as simple as going tour racing. You can go with less people. You don't have to have as many hired people. It's a lot cheaper to run. An act car is a lot cheaper to build. Well, not necessarily to build, but to maintain weekly is a lot cheaper than a super late model. So it's just and they have a lot of tracks that have late models that race. So you got Thompson, Waterford, Seekonk, White Mountain, Thunder Road, Lee now, Star. So it's just kind of, you got more places to grab from.
Yeah, and that was one of my things, and I was talking to Seekonk about, because they're the only ones that were not running the bump stops, you know. And for you guys to come down to just to say, hey, we want to go race Seekonk, you know, you have to change your car over. It's not worth it, you know. And it's kind of like the act. They went to the act package. So now you have an act car. You can go race pretty much anywhere. It's almost like the Legend deal. You know what I mean? You can take your act car. Like you said, you go to Waterford, you can go to Star, you can go to all these tracks, you know. But if you have a Seekonk Pro Stock, if you want to go race other tracks, you have to change it over to the bump stops. And, you know, to do that, you know, it seems like a lot of work, you know, to do that, just to go race
absolutely
track, you know. So I feel that's one of the reasons. So you got Thunder Road coming up. So they're running all the act races. They're going to have the pass cars there and all of them. Is that how it works?
No, like we don't go to Thunder Road with pass this weekend, but we go to Star next weekend with pass and act, and then Riverside with pass and act. And there's a couple others throughout the year too.
Then we have a couple of weeks off after Star.
Yep.
Yeah. Good. You'll be doing any racing other places while you have the weeks off, and you're just gonna concentrate on getting shit done?
We might go and run the Claremont race with Granite State, but we're not exactly sure yet.
No. Yeah.
And we'll do the Walls races at White Mountain, with whether myself does it or Fisher does it, or we'll be there with someone else, but I'll be there as a crew chief or a driver. So
yeah,
no weeks off. No weeks off with me.
Is it at 100 and what is it, 125 lapper or something at White Mountain?
I think the first one's 150.
Yeah, because we want to try to get in a race or two up there before the 250. The Actor has that 250 at White Mountain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that seems like a really cool race to run.
Yeah, every Actor race is a good race, but the 250 is definitely one of my favorites.
Really. How have you done there on that race?
I feel like I should have won 6 of them, and my best finish is like 4th.
Hey, that's nothing to be ashamed of, man. That's great. You know, top 5 finishes, especially against the caliber of drivers that that run in those tours. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Just painful when you can't seal the deal that many times in a row.
Believe me, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Bobby again, I'm sorry, Bobby, I'm saying your name wrong, but he says, any plan to race outside of New England in 2026? Do you?
Probably not until December. We'll probably go run the Flake again for Pelletier racing, and then
nice.
That's probably it for the year.
You haven't go down to do any nothing down in North Carolina or anything? Any of those?
Just Hickory back in March, but that's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, any sponsors you want to shout out? Anything else you want to say before you go? I mean, I'll keep you on,
definitely.
But I know you seem like you're itching to get out and you're parked somewhere now. You're probably at your shop.
No, I'm just ready to eat dinner.
Right on. Yep. Good.
Yeah, so just Bobby Weber Racing for everything they do for me, and Bolt Depot, and almost all the sponsors on my race cars are family. So just everything they do for me, and looking forward to the rest of the year.
Yeah, awesome. That's awesome. And I got to say that car looked really sharp. What does it got, all the nut and bolts on it or something like that? Yeah. That was pretty cool. I haven't seen something like that before. That was pretty cool looking.
Yeah, it came out
Yeah,
pretty
no,
good.
really good. Came out really good. Shop looking car. But again, thank you very much for coming on the show last minute like this. I didn't have any plans, and then I said I'm going to do kind of a recap, and I said, yeah, I'm going to shout out to you, and I gave Connor a shout out just to see if I could get one of you guys on the show for a little bit, which helped me tremendously because I was dying here. I was dying. So hey, next time I see you at the track, maybe I'll come by, say hi. I don't like to bother you guys when you're working, But again, thank you, and good luck this weekend, and we'll talk soon.
I appreciate it. Thanks for
All
having me.
right, buddy. Have a good night.
See ya.
Well, that was great. That was awesome. I'm glad you could join us. Wow, so much. You interviewed James and rain delay on at Site Chronics Canada. Oh, okay. All right. So, Bobby, are you? I know I met somebody at the track up at Lee, and they were Canadian, and they said they were the track announcer, and I forgot which Canadians. One of the ones we only race at two tracks in Canada for the American Canadian tour. So I was walking out, and this car pulls up, and the guy in it is like, "Hey, are you Rough and Rowdy?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm Ron." And he's like, "I watch your show. I'm from Canada." I was like, "Oh wow, cool." Oh, it was you, Bobby. All right. I'm sorry I'm boshing your name up, Bobby. So it is Bobby. Bobby was the gentleman I met. He is the track announcer, and he's probably going to type it in for me which track it is at in Canada. And I don't have the names here, so I can't even botch them. Can't even try to tell you. But yeah, he was hoping that we would make it up to Canada, and right now we're hoping we will. We want to. We're going to run these next two races and then assess the situation, and then we're going to go from there. And hopefully we can run the rest of the tour and go to Canada. But he was like, "I want to." He goes, "I hope you guys come because I want to announce." Rowdy Burns, he says. So I thought that was pretty cool. It was pretty cool, and I was so happy to see that that we're reaching some people that in Canada and other places watching our podcast. And yeah, you guys got to please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe, like, and subscribe. It's free to subscribe. And we're just trying to build up the the people watching. So we get more people watching, we get more people watching, and we get more people in the comments. Race in America, French English actor in Canada. Oh, okay. I forgot the name of the track though. You said there was the track you did. So is it the same, Bobby? Is it the same track that we will be going? One of the tracks that we will be going into the tour. I know they're one right after each other. I don't know if there's a week apart. I know we go to Canada, we come back, and then there's a week in between, or we go back again and we race again. But they're two separate tracks. Yeah, Jim, right. It's the worst podcast in Canada now. Oh man. We're we're spreading the love across the nations. Montgomery, where Derek G won on his first visit. Oh wow. All right. Cool. So we have Derek as our crew chief. If you guys haven't heard already. And that's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, so Bobby is the track announcer at Montgomery Speedway in Canada, and Derek, I guess he's saying Derek G, Derek Luchaki, won there in his first visit. So that's pretty cool. pretty cool if we can go there. We got a winning driver, crew chief, and then we've got a winning driver, Rowdy. We gotta seal one up on the Act Tour. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, that's really cool. Bobby, will you be heading out to Thunder Road to watch the Act Tour this weekend, or you taking a week off from traveling? Um, yeah, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, I gotta say though, I never get to talk to a lot of these drivers at the track. Don't want to go there and bother them, but meeting Gabe here on the show, really nice guy, and great racer, and then obviously he knows how to set up cars and doing what he does, and he's doing what he loves. So um, doing doing what you love isn't a job. So you know what I mean. So we've got Bobby says if the weather permits, he will be at Thunder Road. So good, Bobby. You gotta come see me. I'll bring my mics and we'll do maybe maybe we'll do a little podcast live. Me and you can go do some interviews with some drivers. Just hit me up on Messenger. I don't know if you have Facebook Messenger. If you go to either the JPB Racing or my name, Ronald Luro, Louro, you guys, you can message me and I will meet you somewhere, or just come look for us at the trailer. I'm usually hanging out the trailer, the 30 car. Just come look for us and we'll do something together. That'd be fun, I think. Peter Rhoda says, I'm doing a great job. Oh, wow. Thanks, Peter. So how do I keep maintaining the worst podcast on the internet if I'm doing a great job? No, no, thanks, buddy. I'm glad you guys enjoy the show. I really do. I have a blast doing this, and I'm trying to get more fancy with some of the stuff, but time permitting, I'd like to have an opening video and some music and closing video and music and all that stuff, but it doesn't, one, I don't know how to do it. I need some help. And I'm sure I can figure it out, but it takes a lot of time. Bobby, wants to know how we got Derek to crew chief. So we're running Bobby Martin's car. Thank you, Bobby Martin. And Bobby was having Derek do work on his car, and Derek was starting kind of like what Gabe's doing now. I gotta get working on cars, other people's cars, doing setups for him, hanging bodies, all of that stuff. So we were talking about what our schedule was going to be this year, and we decided we weren't going to do the weekly series at Seekonk every week, and nothing. We love Seekonk. We love the track. It's 7 minutes, maybe 9 minutes from my shop. Believe me, it's great. You don't have to drive, 3 hours, stay at a hotel. But, this is something we wanted to do. So Derek was doing his thing, working on the cars. So we had asked, talked to him about, crew chief and for us, if we did some Actor races. And he said, sure, that he wasn't going to be doing a full season this year. He's going to do a few select races. So he will be doing a few select shows, racing, but he is crew chiefing for us, and also Bobby's daughter, Ayla Martin, which she will be running a few late model races at Waterford Speed Bowl. And, she's going to go to some Actor races, maybe just go out in the practices, see how she does, start getting her feet wet. So, yeah, that's how it happened. We asked him if he'd be willing to do it, and he said yes. And here we are, going into our third race. And I tell you, he does a hell of a job. He's a hard worker. He very thorough. Um, I don't know what else to say, but and obviously he's a good driver and a good crew chief. He's proven that himself. He's proven himself to everybody that he can do that. Joe Souza, how are you, buddy? Great show tonight. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Um, I was struggling and it was last minute. I was like, my wife's like, "What are you doing for a show?" And I'm like, "I haven't even figured anything out yet." And that was like last night. So I got to work. I did a few things, and I said, "Let me figure out what I'm going to do." That's why I popped it up so late. And anyway, we had quite a few people at one point. I think we had 35 people watching, which is good numbers when you only have. I think we have like 254, 55 followers. So that's not bad numbers for people watching a show with that many followers. So, and I know a lot of people are going to watch this after because I will look at the analytics, whatever they call that shit, and we end up having some of these shows. We have 1,000 views or whatever. So if you do watch this after and you're not a a subscriber, you're not a Rough and Rowdy subscriber, hit the subscribe button. It's free, and it helps us. The more people that watch, the more comments we get, the more fun we can have with this stuff. And also, yes, send us some messages. You can do it right on the JPB Racing Facebook or my Facebook. Send me some messages like what you'd like to see on the show. If there's somebody you want to see or a show you want us to do something about, I'd be more than happy, if you guys had some suggestions, what you'd like to see on the show. That would be great. And Bobby asks, how did Jacob get his nickname Rowdy? So Rowdy, Jacob started racing quarter midgets when he was 5. So he was actually like 4.5, and he turned 5 right before it started. And his second race out there, he went, touched tires with somebody. He did a barrel roll and a flip over the wall up against the fence. And everybody runs over, including the flag guy, and we roll him over and we get him down. And he's sitting there and he looks up. He goes, my father was there, and he goes, "Papa, can I still race?" The car, like the wheels were hanging off. I mean, there was no way you were racing. So the flagman said, "You can't race Rowdy." He gave him the nickname Rowdy, so it kind of stuck. And it was funny that his last name is Burns, so it's Rowdy Burns, kind of like the guy from Days of Thunder, the Rowdy Burns from Days of Thunder. So that's why it's Jacob Rowdy Burns. So hopefully, Bob, you'll be able to announce that when we head to Montgomery. I'd love to hear it. That'd be great. And I definitely come by the trailer this weekend. Whether I don't Saturday, I'll be up there kind of late. I know they have the car show and stuff. I don't know if you're going to be there, but Sunday, come by the trailer and say hi, and maybe we can walk around and do a couple of interviews with some drivers. We'll have some fun. And Mark says, "Get Larry on here." Laughed my ass off. I've tried. I think Larry's camera shy, but maybe if we get enough people bothering him, he will. Bother him on Facebook. If you have his phone number, call him. I'm not going to give his phone number out on here though. But yeah, bust his balls, get him on here. Jim says, "Can you do an in-car segment on your show from the weekend before?" An in-car from the weekend. We didn't have any in-car cameras. I I don't like the cameras for some reason. I feel like it's bad juju. I know Rowdy's have had him on his legend car. I think we had a post up at some point. It was like a double video from Derek Rose Videos. I got a shout out to him. He does a great job. I'd like to hook up with him sometime. We could do maybe do something. He seems pretty good with this stuff. Maybe he can come by the studio, my house, and he can help me out with some stuff. That'd be great. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe if Rowdy wants to do something like that, that'd be pretty cool. But that 150 laps in car, that's kind of I think that's what you're talking about, an in-car segment, right? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm talking about the wrong thing. Oh yeah, Larry, that would be a funny show. That would be great. I'd love to have him on. Actually, I'd rather have him just come here because we'd have more fun him here than him on the studio. Oh, it's Matt. Oh, okay. All right. I'm bad. I can't pronounce words. Yeah. All right. I'm saying it wrong. It's not Montgomery. It's Magni. Magni, I guess. Yeah. Magni. Sorry, Bobby. I'm botching everything. I botched your last name up. I'm botching the name of your track up. But hey, maybe if I don't see you there, maybe we could do a show, maybe we can do a show together. You can come on the show. Loudmouth Larry, great guy. Yeah, absolutely. Very true, Mark. Yep. Very true, Jim. Bobby, what's happening to the car you finished on the podium on act at Seekonk behind DJ Shore? Actually, that was the same car that we ran at Lee last weekend. Same car. We finished second to DJ. Seekonk was our home track, and we just hit it. We hit it that night. Experience lost that race, and I mean, Rowdy, I think that was 3 years ago. Something, was it 3 years? 23, I think it was. So Rowdy was like 16 years old, and he had him. He passed him on the bottom, and instead of just leaving him to hang out to dry, he just nailed it. And DJ crossed him over, gave him a couple shots in the door in 3 and 4, and beat him by 6 thousandths of a second. So that's racing, right? That's racing. That's that's the ups and downs of racing. I gotta say. But wow, that hour went by pretty fast, huh? It's already 8 o'clock. So anyway, like Gabe said, it's time to eat. Gonna have some donut. By the time I got home from work, got set up, took the dogs out, didn't have time to have anything to eat. So I'm gonna finish up the show, but I gotta thank everybody for coming on. I gotta thank Gabe Brown, first of all, for coming on and sharing his experience and experiences at tracks, and his knowledge, and that was great. Thank you again, Gabe, for coming on. We really appreciate it. So we'll be on next week, next Wednesday again. We're gonna have Connor Souza on. I'm gonna put something up. I'll have Connor Souza. He can tell us all about his big win. That's a really big win. I got to tell you, winning at New Hampshire, that race, it's something you'll remember the rest of his life, I'm sure. So we're heading up to Vermont for Thunder Road. I forgot what the name of the race is. It's something bank. I should know it, right? I feel bad. Give a shout out to the bank. I know it's Taylor Horse, want her sponsor there. We're gonna see her. She was on the show a few weeks back, so we'll see her up there, and we'll be there. And then next week, like I said, we'll have Connor on, and like I said, you guys drop us some drop me some stuff. What you guys like to see on. I know you like to see Larry. I know I said something about in car. I don't know how we can do that. Have to maybe try to hook up with Derek. Derek Rose videos. Maybe he can help me out with something, and we'll just keep doing this. And that's it. I think that's all I have. So everybody have a great night. We'll see you either at the track or we'll see you next weekend. Peace.